that. Oopsie. Gotta get the music going. I'm a mess today. Oh, that's soon. Alright, music. I want to listen to some Snow the Product today, so. What can I do with my headphones? Maybe I can get a Dallin. Try and get them. How do I get the angle to stay down is the question. I need a way to apply tension. We'll work on that later, though. For now, let's draft. I have a draft going. I might have a draft going. Okay, cool. Oh, this is that cap freeze. I need the second archaic in here. That's what I learned last time. We're just trying to draw out our deck and then brain freeze. Hot dang. I think I'm more trying to brain freeze myself out once I can get an archaic down. Could be a Quandrix Charm. Yeah, it's a little awkward on turn 2. Like, it's a little awkward after turn 2 in this deck. We can keep this. Arthropod is a great blocker. We can keep it alive with Royal Tree and Vanishing Betrayal if it survives. I gotta ping the server. And we can get in there, sure. We'll try and get Tam down. I'm okay tabbing out for Tam because, well, if I get a forest, then we want to get Tam down and then play the forest and Royal Treatment. But generally, this deck is okay with chilling. We're a combo deck. I like combo. I might bounce this. It sets them back kind of a lot. I think it's better to bounce the first here, actually. Nah, I really do just want to land here. Oh, never mind. I want a Berta here. Because they probably have to just first here. And it's tempting to like Tam. I think I'm more interested in just making a 4/4. Hopefully that was a big setback. It might not have been at all. Because like they have 4 mana removal and then Studious First Years, so they're not going to care. Chaos Con. This is... Ooh. I think I keep the Royal Treatment because Berta Living is a game win. This is a Brain Freeze combo deck. So we have the we're drawing our, like, we can just win with Berta sometimes. I just want to make a 4/4. Like sometimes we'll win with Berta. Berta's very good, but mostly we're trying to draw our whole deck and then Brain Freeze. Like we Brain Freeze ourselves and use Sundering Archaic to put Brain Freeze back on the bottom. And then there's the red Paradigm spell, the Capstone. Well, they're not killing Berta here. We'll make a 4/4. Berta's very good. Oh, there's a Brain Freeze. Cool. We'll just keep making 4/4s. Really effective. I see a lot of people play Berta and then do other things. No, this is draft. We have drafted Brain Freeze. It's on the Mystical Archive. I would love it if it were legal and standard, though. That would be so much fun, Chaos. That's the problem. It actually just makes enough bodies to block Berta here. But like, plan A right now is Fractalize. Plan B is Brain Freeze them. No worries. You can freeze a brain. That's not illegal. It's only illegal if you do it while they're still there. While they're still in using it. Yes, so there are 2 good ways to deal with ads. One is subscribing, 2 is Firefox. Highly recommend Firefox. But yeah. No worries, Chaos. 2 spells. Look at that, 2 spells. That's 16 cards in library, and I can mill them 9 here. I'm just gonna make a 4/4. I could have made a 3/3 and left this up, but I really want to be able to attack through Jadzi. Yeah, Discord was having some issues. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they get to pay in 9 and make 4 4/4s. We'll pass. Hey, Orange. No worries, Chaos. These things happen. Alright, 16 cards, 14 cards. I can play a spell, mill them 9. I'll wait. I'm patient here. They're going to take their whole turn to Oracle's Gift. I get to make a 5/5. Having a good day, or... It is draftable, yes. It's very, very rare. Rare Mystical Archives are very rare. That's fine. That 13 cards in library. Berta is competing pretty well with the Fractals here. It takes a few turns. We'll kill one of them. So I kill one, swing, swing, swing. All 3 attackers are lethal, so they have to block all 3. Berta gets a counter, and I get a blue mana. Doesn't matter, or a mana. And I can Potioner's Trove here. Make a blue mana, sure. Alright, so now if I swing out, they block Berta. block 3 fractals and take 1. Can also brain freeze them for 9. I think I want to hold up the royal treatment. Attack. We'll attack with everything here. Because any of them breaking through is lethal. Doesn't work. You gotta block all 4. Oh boy, booking. So I could keep trying to win with the brain freeze, but I gotta play like my 3 5/5s are good enough here. Because that way, even if they gain the life on the drove, I have 3 lethal attackers. And then brain freeze is still my backup plan. Like if they stop all my fractals, I have a brain freeze. They do have 6 cards in hand, so it's not crazy for them to stop all my fractals. It's a lie. Insurance is never there for you. I'm proud that my ad algorithm is very confused all the time. There's 2 blockers. They stop 2. It's okay, Art. I understand. It's tragic. Like, even advertisements are functional propaganda, but I do understand. Like, I remember I took an advertising course in high school, not even college, just high school advertising. And it's like a lot of places, 15% of all they make, like an advertising company will advertise for McDonald's and then they get 10% of McDonald's revenue. It's just crazy to me that a full 10% of their products, like of all money they put into their company, is just telling you about their company. It has nothing to do with the products. It's just weird. That is how our society came to be. So 1 more blocker, they block, take 3. They're still short 1, but that stress stream put them to 10 cards in library, which makes it pretty easy for me to freeze them out. Looks like they do have a removal spell. Okay. Mountain, I'll swing out. But they have to let the arthropod through. And they think they're about to get stable. And it's going to be really funny when I brain freeze them. Like, you can deal with value like this, right? If you go through enough card draw, mind roots, deduce, embrace the paradox. That's why brain freeze is so good in this format. Like, the control decks have to be drawing cards constantly. Ooh, there's a numeral here. I think one of the big changes is that people can do their own now. I can brain freeze them for 6 in response. This is going to be really funny. They're going to not like this. Hey, Ghost Code, you got here just in time. You got here just in time for a very funny kill on our opponent who managed to kill all 4 of our fractals. I don't have a favorite school. I love them. Like, they just nailed them. All of the schools feel great. Like, I play the open school, but the format's open enough. You can force to a startling degree. Like, you can really push towards your guild. I have a really bad habit of opening a brain freeze and then being a brain freeze deck. I'm a brain freeze deck now because I opened brain freeze. I'll respond. Brain freeze you for 12. Look at that. I'm so happy for them. They got totally stabilized here. Oh, that's great, Jobin. I'll gain 2 life. They got stable. They did. Good for them. So, just so people know, this is the combo. So, like, this is a fair deck, but this card, Improvisation Capstone, you exile cards on top of your library until you exile cards total mana value 4 or greater. And it turns out that Capstone is a spell, and then it also casts 2 more spells, so you Brain Freeze for 12. But usually what we're going to do is Brain Freeze ourselves first, and then we set up the combo. So if we have Sundering Archaic in play, and an Improvisation Capstone on the Paradigm, like, let's say we just Brain Freeze ourselves, and we happen to hit the Capstone, we put the Capstone on the bottom, and then we follow the Capstone up with 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, any other spell, 2 mana spell, or 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, Brain Freeze, by just tucking the cards. So it's a super fun thing that I don't get to do hardly ever, and I'm pretty happy I get to do it here. Hey, Mathemagic's clone is a legit win con in this format. Like, Return the Favor on Mathemagic's works really well. Yeah, Ghost Code, I think you really need to have a way to close the game from there. Ooh, I think we keep this, because a green source is amazing. We get to turn 2 Arthropod, turn 3 Seize the Spoils, but without a green source, we still get to Seize the Spoils and then Mind into Matter to dig for a green source. Yeah, Ghost Code, you can only be a 2-color deck, aggro, mid-range, or control, or combo, when it's open. So the reason you see so many converge piles, like, if you do have a few people good enough to force converge piles, but I wouldn't. Like, I don't force converge piles. But sometimes you start on Quandrix, and then Quandrix isn't there, right? So having the ability to pivot into a converge pile is great. I really like it. It is chaos. I like Doppelgang a lot. So we're hoping to draw forests. Without a forest, our hand is slow, but still good. Yeah, it's one of these. This is one of the cards that makes this style of deck work. Cheap interaction into Mind into Matter is good. And like See the Spoil is not ideal, but we just want the card draw. I'd rather this be a stock up or quick study. Not a green source, but still pretty good. Especially because we're expecting an aggro plan over here. Oh. Hey, Sabrina. If anybody else wants to sign up for coaching, we'll be setting that up a little bit later. We'll pitch this Royal Treatment. Are we pitching the Royal Treatment? There's a very good chance that I hit a forest Tam and want to hold up the Royal Treatment. I'm going to pitch the Arthropod. I love it. But Tam is very similar right now. Okay. What are the chances Tam survives this turn without a Royal Treatment? It's really low. I'm gonna play the Terramorphic instead. I really want Tam to live 1 turn cycle because I need the card advantage. It lets me have a better Mind into Matter. It means I take a reasonably large hit, which isn't great news. Or I don't. I might be dropping the price. I kind of forgot I had the redeem for coaching. I wasn't going to make people pay. I more wanted to help people who I thought I could help. So instead of doing the traditional coaching, I don't seem to be... Hang on, I gotta fix my dockable windows so I can see the chat right. All right. So that's a specific... or I'm not gonna charge people, but I do want to see your logs. So if you have 17 lands logs that you want to share, I'd love to take a look. I'm only helping people who I think I can make a big impact on their drafting today. But yeah, or if you want to send me draft logs, I'll be happy to take a look. So Chaos, that's you see on Strixhaven specifically, they've studied these magics for so long that it's different. Like I don't know about other sets, but for Strixhaven specifically, at these colleges, blue-red is about art. And that's because they've taken the expression of raw mana to an art form. And like blue-green is about math. Like it's not necessarily about ramp. It doesn't work that way because it's about efficiently translating mana. And not everybody does it efficiently. Okay, well, I've got a blocker, just not here. I think it's really cool. So, or I can help with that too. Like, honestly, it helps a lot because one thing I see a lot is that people are really actually great players. Like, they understand the lines and how to play to a specific part, but they really struggle with the draft or vice versa. So sometimes people will have a really tough time as a whole on the draft. 1, 2. Is it better to just mine in a matter for 4 here? I think it is. We're not safe. Like, our opponent has had a very aggressive start. I'm gonna put in the Virtuoso. Taking 3 in the air, 4 on the ground. We'll just tap here because I can't actually block anything. 3, 6, 7 is what they can hit me for right now. So, like, we're gonna kind of audible of Capstone here. If they have a... Yeah, I think that's lethal. Playing defensive is way, like... That's absolutely it. You have to play defensive in Mahjong because losing a hand for 25,000 points is way worse. Bounce block. We can win this game. Okay, cool. It's tricky. Oh, that was a good hit. So I can conduct and betray. Like, we're not safe, but we're not dead either. Because I can also blink the Virtuoso. Conduct. Go to blocks. Block. Block. Block like this. So I block like this, they can Tome Blast me. Yeah, I can't actually beat the Tome Blast right now. Too bad. We actually were pretty close this game. If we next turn we Capstone and we win from there. They had Xaxes. I was hoping that they would go for the Tome Blast on the blocker and I would get to... So the line that I was hoping for was that if they flashed back the Tome Blast here and I got a flash in the Conductor, blink, lock down a creature, block everything, I won the game. I'll do Mahjong again. I do games that people want to, like, people request. Nobody, like, I did the last Mahjong one because people wanted to request it. I'm on a long winning streak in Mahjong. Yeah, I needed them to mess up. Okay, since we don't have anyone on deck for coaching, just be conscious of how your draft. Do I have a draft going here? This was this is that Mardu mid-range. I'm putting this in the record. This was we didn't actually do any repartee besides the Necroscribe, and we splashed Scrollsmith and Lorehold Charm, but mostly all we did was play in the middle. We had Death Touchers, we had some early plays, lots and lots and lots of removal, and then if the game went long, we had Moment of Reckoning and ways to flash it back. Yes, I'll look at the logs and figure out what we can do. So for drafting in general, as a wide-ranging whole, find a set that clicks and draft the hell out of it. Like, you want to find the set that clicks. That would be cool. I don't do coaching very often, but I'm going to be working coaching into weekly schedule. So, one sec. I'll put in a note. Add coaching command. I'm going to work it. I'm going to make it a weekly thing. So next week I'm in Ohio for a good chunk of the week, and then it's the Arena Championship, and then I will be just a light next few months. May is crazy because I got to go to Ohio twice, and then it's the Arena Championship. And then after the Arena Championship, I will know a lot more about the future of my streaming career. I will either have to cut way back or ramp it up because it's my full-time job. So the amount of streaming I'm doing right now is not sustainable. I'm either going to be, I would like to do it full-time, but I need to do well at the Arena Championship. If I do well at the Arena Championship, I'll make a partner push in June. And if I don't, I'll cut back and go back to work normally. Theo, but I can help. I'm helping Reb. Reb doesn't really need coaching, but Reb has the thing about coaching is like, there's a lot of things that I do without thinking about it, right? I play a lot of Magic. So just helping people, like with Reb, for instance, Reb is very good, but she does occasionally have issues switching from beatdown to control and vice versa. Like, when am I supposed to be pushing for the kill versus when am I supposed to be locking the game down? And that's such a wide-reaching question with a very complex answer that is easier to do while I'm there. And then the other thing that Reb does is... So, like, I went through her draft logs, and she's very good. She makes the correct pick most of the time, but she doesn't prepare future corner cases. And, like, that's something that I see all the time, and it's pretty normal. It's a hard thing to do. Ooh, tough pick here. So we could do Flow State. We could full commit with an Unsubtle Mockery to the Colorstorm Stallion game plan, or we could hedge on being Teamer or 5-color with a Proctor's Gaze. I'm kind of sick of this because I just did Teamer twice in a row. I can absolutely help you with that, Theo. Like, that's the thing. I would 100% help you with boiling down a board state to processable pieces and knowing when to give up on doing that for you specifically. So I consider that a good need for coaching. So here, actually, someone sent me a clip that they wanted to use randomly on some video they were making from like a year ago. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I mean, Arcane Omens does let us hedge on being a Grixis deck or a 5-color deck, but ultimately this is just a very weak pack. Hoptoad is the only card I'd be excited to play, and that puts us on red-white with a little bit of blue for the Stallion, which I do like, but I'll spec on an Arcane Omens here. So, Yes, but not as a strict Twitch streamer. It's viable for me, frankly. How do I say this nicely? You have to also win large amounts of money at tournaments, which I have that. I don't make the money from the streaming, really. I make a pretty reasonable amount. I have an abnormally high number of subscribers versus viewers, but like, I mean, I win a few grand every arena direct, right? Like, I do have, oh, okay, we're pivoting hard. Oh no, but there's a sky whale here. That's tough. So Aziza lets us be red-white with a blue splash. Sky Whale's just good. I think I'd rather take the Aziza. I've come up a lot on this card. Right. It's yes and no is right. It's not viable alone, just as being a pro is not viable alone. Winning the pro tour does not make you enough money to make a living playing Magic. Which is insane. That's insane. And it's a big mistake on Wizards' part. But together, okay. This is a crazy late loot. This card's very good and worth being red-blue for. So this is our... We're considering space. Loot and Empty the Warrens! All my favorite cards in one place! Yeah, so, the other thing is I sell cards. So, like, streaming is a good place to do that because people will be like, hey... there we go. Streaming is a good place to sell cards because when someone wants to know if a Flareon's actually mint, they can come and look at it. And when somebody wants, so like I sell cards, but I do a little more. If you have, if you want to buy one card, great. But one thing that happens a lot is people will want, like I had somebody commission a set of dual decks where each consecutive deck made them better at the game. And that's something that I can do that most people cannot. Hi, Duo, how's it going? Thank you. How you doing, buddy? Red, white land. I chase inspiration, especially if I'm going to be doing this. But that's a late enough spirit mascot. The spirit mascot here is late enough that I'm going to count Lorehold as open. No, she was calling attention to my So Deluxe. Caesar Spoils does help us set up and Empty the Warrens turn a bit better. Seeger's like average. We'll take Caesar Spoils here. I want the treasures. We can take the Forum for a splash Arcane opens. I like Stripe Scholar a lot with Resonating Loot. Like, this is an okay to below average card that's really good when you suddenly have 6 extra mana. But I'm okay waiting for that. Because black feels very open, was the next sentence. Adventurous Eater is good with Empty the Warrens. Anything else I care about in regards to Adventurous Eater? Over Stargaze, which is also very good with Resonating Loot. I'm going to take the gaze here. Valid. Embermere is like playable, but not very good. Banemaker, more likely to make the cut, but not much. Looks like blue-red is dried up even after giving me all my favorite blue-red cards. Hey, that's a good plan, Duo. Respect. I'm checking my messages from a year ago. Bulk Up's a card I've liked. All right, a few people at least have pivoted. There it is. I think Dalian Fell is worth splashing. That's a tough one, though, because I'm passing up a Startled Sloth, which is just an amazing card on its own. Good thing. It does not help with Empty the Warrens, Theo. What a card. I think it's still the Sloth. Like, I would squeeze this in. The Relic Sloth's just so good on its own, but black is really open. Right now, blue is our splash. We're red white with a splash of blue. Yeah, I'll take a sloth here. Not happy about it. Very happy about a capstone. Hell yeah. Rewarded. I'd love a Glassrite to wheel, but Spirit Mascot's a little more likely. So Sockup's good, but oh wow. Oh wow. Well, this deck came together in a big way. Sanar's really good for us, so is Archaic. Might be splash still. I think we need removal. Like, I want the fixing, I want the Glassrite, but if I am not killing things, I'm gonna start losing. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I know. It's so funny that it's here. I was mad that they banned it in Historic. This deck's awesome, though. I really like it. I kind of want this Glassrite. It's so good for us with Empty the Warrens. Terramorphic's good, too. But yeah, I don't have enough removal. It's too dangerous right now. Like, I win the late game automatically. So I need to make sure that I get the kills before that. I didn't know that specifically. I love Crypt of the Necrodancer. Back when I first started streaming, I used to do score runs all the time. Excavator is very good in a general sense. We're giving up Deduce and Quick Study for the Excavator. Dance is also good for us. We need Rubble Rousers for the Excavator to be something I'm excited about. I'm still okay with that. I love Crypt of the Necrodancer. Rapturous Moment. I mean, it does let us do fun things than the Warrens, but I think that the Glassrite lets us do more fun things and is more important. So Glassrite's important here because it fixes, it's an early play, and we need the body for things like Aziza, and it's a spell that is free. So it's 1 red mana, make a treasure, and we can use the treasure immediately. Oh my god. All right, well, that is the 3rd Brain Freeze deck in a row. And we are dedicated Storm now. We were dedicated, like, no. Trove over Pursue is pretty close. We kind of need the fixing though. So Empty the Warrens, it's still a good card when it's a Empty the Warrens is still good if it's make 4 bodies. There's another Glassrite. Hell yeah, Full Storm. The Rift is good, but it's so hard. That game is so much harder. Rift of the Necrodancer is so much harder than Crypt. Oh my god, this is the best Storm deck I've ever had already, and there's a whole pack left! Osu is a different set of skills. Osu is a unique set of skills. We need a little more removal here. He probably would. It's like, the thing about Rift is it's great. First of all, it's a great game, but it is a, hey, Wingspear, look at my deck. I have Empty the Warrens Brain Freeze. Wingspear, how can I not be having fun? I have Math Magic and Capstone. This thing's just a bomb. It's very good, the Professor. Like, it draws a lot of cards, sure, but it gets to be a 3/5 so fast. Otherwise, Pursue the Past, Elemental Mascot, Pigment Wrangler would have been really good here. Ah, that is awesome. That's difficult too. Like to be consistent in a game like Mahjong Soul is close to impossible. We're really hurting for removal right now. I want the Painter Mage because it's so good for Storm, but I think I can wheel it. This is a very strong pack. What we really need though is removal. We've only got the 2 removal spells right now, and that's just not enough. I think I'm taking Artistic Process. I'm not happy about it. Hey, Farquad. We do need the fixing, but it's a little less important, actually. Weirdly enough. Like, we're just so red. Blue is a really light splash. White is a really light splash. I think I'm taking a second Sloth. It's such a wall. I need a form of recursion. Like, I need a way to pick the Brain Freeze or empty the warrens back up. The Lorecaster is not the one I want, but if it's the one I've got, I have to make my peace with that. I'm gonna take the Lorecaster. I'd rather have a Divergent. Oh boy, Heated Argument or Steal the Show? I think Steal the Show is better for us right now. Like, it's worse removal than Heated Argument, but the filtering is actually really valuable here. That is awesome, Theo. I would play that. All right, blue-green or Return the Favor. I would take the Tackle Artist if I didn't already have such good fours to, like, it's just a good way to close the game. Could play End of the Hunt. Yeah, I mean, I do just love... I'm going to take Return the Favor. I just love Return the Favor. Ah, that... So I was literally going to say I could take the End the Hunt if I thought the other forum would wheel, and I didn't think it would, but I was wrong. It wheeled. It's Requisition Raid. I mean, Requisition Raid would just be to go with Empty the Warrens. Helping Hand to pick up Stallion is very good, and this is a good deck for Helping Hand because of the quality of our 3-drops. This is a fun one. Wow. We're gonna take Pursue over Return the Favor because it doesn't stack that well. Hey, look, the first time you return the favor to copy your opponent's Paradigm spell or Mathemagics, like, it feels amazing. The 4th time it happens is not a fluke anymore. Another Pursue the Past or a Seize the Spoils. I think it's gonna be another Field of Strife. Playable, but there's nothing here I actually want. I really don't want to play Page here. I think I need the Banishing Betrayal. Just for Storm reasons. Yeah, like, it's not a fluke anymore, Theo. I have one, like, I played a so I had to kind of screenshot my games for the Arena Direct, but like, I had a deck that was pretty average with Return the Favor. I won 4 games out of 7 with Return the Favor. But also, like, there's so many decks that are trying to actively Mathemagics you. If they're just trying to Mathemagics you for X equals 4 or 5, then you can duplicate it. And sometimes they're just trying to draw 8 cards, and you make them draw 16 cards, and they die. So our game plan here is Resonating Loot into Mathemagics or any of our Storm spells. I'm so excited. Like this, I just had my 3 best storm decks of the format consecutively. Now this will take a little bit of building too. We're mono red, triple splashing. Trove is our only fixing. Trove 2 glass rights. We might be on 18 lands. This might be an 18 land deck. All right, so we have Pursue the Past, Seize the Spoils to dig, Arcane Omens, Resonating Loot, Mathemagic Empty, and Brain Freeze as special cards. Seal the Show, Mockery, Betrayal. Fire Sting is really pretty weak, but this is a Storm deck. I've also gotten into the habit of counting my Storm just from playing so much Storm. All right, Excavator works with 2 sloths. Lorecaster, it's not quite enough. Oops, I didn't mean to cut the sloth. Sloth is very important here for just being alive long enough. So you need to make 3 cuts. We don't want the swamp. 9 red sources, 6 blue sources, 5 white sources. I like that. 18 lands and a Potioner's Trove with the Omens might just be too greedy here. I didn't mean to cut the fields. All right, 2, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white cards for 4 white sources. It's on the fence. This Helping Hand picks up Stallion, Scholar, Fire Singer, Pensive Professor is really good. Up and down. Because Mathemagic's like, we really only use it to win the game. Yeah, I'm quoting that. I'm quoting you later. One sec. I'm supposed to drive Bloomberg tonight. We have to cut 3 cards. I don't think we get to play this as Ziza. We're just so bad at having 3 tokens other than with Empty the Warrens or 3 creatures in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 creatures. I think that means we're cutting a Ziza and maybe Seize the Spoils. The treasure's useful though. I watched one of my favorite YouTubers is a guy named Todd in the Shadows. He did. I don't think we want to seize the spoils if we're on 18 lands. One of the YouTubers I really like was running he just did a video on Macklemore and it's called Train Records. It's the series he does, and it's all albums specifically that ruined people's careers or that ended someone's career for whatever reason. It was very interesting. Poor Macklemore just couldn't handle being a white rapper. We can cut both of these. Or we can keep as these a Strife Scholar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 good removal spells. Banishing Betrayal is pretty weak here. It's just a useful card on its own. We had to make 2 cuts. I'm okay running 18 lands, 41 cards. That's beautiful. That's what I wanted to do. Return the favor is my only piece of protection. We come down another island. 7, 15, 17, 5, 4, 9, 6, 5, 5, 10. 5, 5, 10. I guess Helping Hand is our weakest play here. It's like okay for us, but it's just okay for us. Yeah, and then just Betrayal. So like they still, I loved their dance song. Improvisation Capstone Storm is like my favorite thing now. Here we go. It's kind of average, but Pensive Professor is very good, and we have enough removal. We get an island, lets us represent a scatter. Never mind. I know it means that we can't turn 3 Pensive Professor, but that's okay. We're probably pitching a mountain to draw 2. Red-green is the best base for a Converge deck, so we can assume that it's just Teamer or Converge. There's our Empty the Warrens. We'll seize the spoils here. Ideally, I hit another island so that I don't... Yay! Well, we got 5 mana, so I need a spell that I can cast. I might just run out the Stallion. I'm not very good at duplicating it. It's just a good card. Isaiah, I just got to draft Storm for the 3rd time in a row. I'm on 3 Storm decks in a row. I have Empty the Warrens and Brain Freeze and Capstone and Loot. Like, the 3rd Storm deck I drafted is my best Storm deck. We're going to run out the Stallion because we're actually just terrible at duplicating the Stallion, and they don't know that. In a row! I have had 0 Brain Freezes this whole format in... like 60 drafts, and then I had 3 Brain Freeze drafts in a row. I really want to draw a land here, so I'm actually tucking it all the way to the bottom. Because what I want to do is Pensive Professor draw a card immediately, or Pensive Professor holding up Return the Favor. Just generates so much value. Okay, there's the land we needed. Here's our Pensive Professor. So Empty the Warrens, you don't have to go off with it. You need to make 4 to 6 tokens. That's enough. I don't have a problem, Isaiah. Everyone else has a problem because they keep passing me Brain Freeze, and that they're clearly in the wrong. They shouldn't be passing me Brain Freeze. That's on them. I think I block here. If they want to grow the first year, they can. I could dupe it. I could duplicate this with Return the Favor, but I'm kind of fine just chilling. We're relaxed. I can Relic Sloth, but I don't get to hold anything up. I think that's worth it. They can kill this in response, and we're hoping that they don't. But if they do, we are on plan B, which is make Empty the Warrens happen. Acceptable. We want to hit Prismari Charm, Run Behind, and Paradox Roots in that order. Relic Sloth is good. Like, we had the ability to be a normal Lorehold deck this game. We decided not to. 1 mana off here. We're kind of hoping that they go for a removal spell on their Pensive Professor, and that I get to stop the Fractal Mascot with the Return the Favor. But otherwise, they're just going to have a 6/6 that I need to find an answer for. That's okay, too. Ow. Whatever comes, you'll be the only one. A 4/4 with Lifelink does race a 6/6 without Lifelink pretty reliably. If I copy this, I get to Mockery. I'll let it happen. Like, if I copy this, I draw a card here, and then also draw a card on my Mockery. But the goal right now is to Improvisation Capstone and then empty the Warrens. Which means that I don't have a way to kill the Fractal Mascot on tempo. Like, I don't have a way to kill this Fractal Mascot without giving up my game plan by a turn. So I need them to have a way to kill this Fractal Mascot. And they clearly do, because they pitched 2 removal spells. I think I do redirect this. We redirect the bounce to the Mascot. Which is like not the best use of this, but it buys me a whole 2 turns. And they can kill in response. I could also give up on this, but I don't really want to because it's too cool. Hit the Vibrant Outburst. Getting in there for 4 to gain 4. Taking 3 back, going down to 11. I got 2, so I can deal 3 with the Mockery. I really do need to be able to Capstone here next turn. But they might play something more threatening. So if they play the Mascot, then I'll go ahead and kill the Matterbending Mage, which doesn't feel great, but I don't want to take 3, because if I go to 11, this kills me in 2 attacks. Okay. I can't have it any other way. We'll Mock here. More because I want to surveil than anything else. And if they have a brush off, I'll die. That's okay. Sloth. Paradigm established. Stress Stream. The Exile is very relevant. All right, so next turn we get to cast 1 spell, hopefully 2, 3 spells, but at least 2 spells, and then steal the show, empty the Warrens. All right, Paradigm Trigger. I will cast Improvisation Capstone. I will cast Zealous Lorecaster. I think I just want my removal spell back here. Hey, Reb. We've got a good turn happening. We will try a Blazing Fire Singer. We will Seething Song. Let's see. I could dig for a land here, but I think 10 tokens has just got to be enough. I don't want to risk it. They can counter this, but it only stops 2. Or I could be Flusterstormed. I should have taken Seize the Spoils just for a guaranteed 2 more. God, I love Storm. We're gonna exile his Artistic Process so they can't pick it up and wipe my goblins. Oh, that's exciting. There he is, but it's mythic, so it's very rare. But this is my 3rd time in a row drafting Storm, so I would not be surprised to see it. Improvisation Capstone, though, it's been really good in Storm decks. I'm gonna hit the Mascot first because I can mock the Wrangler. I love it. I can't even be mad about it. Like, my opponent has returned the favor on me. That's good here. But turnabout is fair play, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can deal 5 to a Fractal Mascot. Okay, so we swing out here. And then we steal the show the rest of the way. Alright, target here, target here. We got 9 tokens left. Yeah, me too. Oh my god, I got someone with the Mathemagics ones with it. One time I copied somebody's white paradigm spell with it. And earlier Theo said, hey Bruggeman. I like Storm, Lucas. I'm not gonna apologize for it, but this is also hands down the best Storm deck I've ever had. And this is my 3rd time drafting Storm in a row. Look at this shit. Look, Lucas, I got Mathemagics, Improvisation Capstone, Resonating Loot, and then they passed me pick 6, Empty the Warrens, pick 7, Brain Freeze? That's not my fault. I don't have a choice. I know. All right, well, we'll cast a Goblin Glassrite and make a 3/3 haste. Good game. Yeah, this is hands down the best Storm deck I've ever had in this format. And in fairness, I've only had 4. And the first one, all right, this is my 4th Storm deck. The first one was double Empty the Warrens, Library of Alexandria. But this one, they passed them all to me. Lucas, it's not my fault. But like, this card is so good in a Storm deck because it casts itself and then casts 2 more spells, and then Glassrites is a free spell. But we've got Brain Freeze, Empty the Warrens, Mathemagic, and Resonating Loot. We were Lorehold. And then Ziza too, which is honestly not great in this deck. But she's still a 2/2 that attracts removal. How you doing, buddy? You make it home okay? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ooh, what's the event today? This hand doesn't do a lot. And on the draw, our first play being the Professor is pretty dangerous. But any 2-drop becomes amazing. Trove is amazing. Okay, we can keep this. Oh, what are you playing in Timeless? Let me know how that goes. I'm like really, like, I'm trying to focus on Historic right now. I need to be able to Professor. This is scary. Brain freeze on its own. I would love that. Thank you. I was trying to figure out if I was going to message you, Lucas, because I wanted to know. I was trying to figure out if I can make a... Ooh. I think it's going to be Glass right this turn because I can play the Fields of Strife. And then next turn I get to Pensive Professor, make a treasure in the same turn. Not playing the island turn 1. I mean, I drew the Fields of Strife, but it didn't really matter enough. But I play the mountain on turn 1 because Aziza is a possible draw. Like red white Aziza is something that I could have had. But what I should have risked not getting the treasure there. I think I'm gonna get this sloth down first. You meant sus, right, Galteaser? Don't play Stone Docent and Harsh Annotation in the same deck. Like, no. So we played the mountain specifically because I was wrong. Specifically because Aziza was a possible draw. Well, this is scary. Are we dead? Yes, there's something like so classically amazing feeling. All right, so they get to flash this back. I think I just played the bodies out. So Monstrous Rage here is 4 trample, 3, so 10 trample, minus 3 for 5. So that means we just Glass Right, hold up the Mockery. Aziza specifically, but you're right, I didn't clarify that. Like, drawing Aziza there just was so good. I mean, drawing the Glass Right was also pretty good. I should have made the treasure, but there's a chance that Glass Right survives, because if I block here, and then they rage... And you're tossing when you turn in your sleep. We're not safe, certainly. We'll have to gain some life to avoid dying to double Tome Blast. So, like, from a gameplay standpoint, it's correct for them to do nothing here. Because it's pretty clear I'm holding up a spell. I'd take 8 here and die to 1 Tome Blast. We want first strike damage to happen first. And then I can mock the Docent, so I don't take the damage from the Rage. I don't need to gain a life quite so desperately anymore, but it's still a pretty good draw. I think I'm pitching the Brain Freeze, although I can get to 9 spells. No, I'll pitch the Brain Freeze. I have the Lorecaster later. You don't need treats, and you don't need... Yeah, we're trying to turn the corner here. We'll be a fair deck. We have to take this 4. Pitch a Brain Freeze. Hit our land drop. I liked Timeless before, and I'm still okay with Timeless now. I would be playing Timeless if I didn't have testing to do actively. But Lucas, I was trying to come up with a frog deck that got to play High Noon, and I was really like, I just banged my head against it for like an hour. Like High Noon Frog feels pretty good, but you lose all your cantrips. But you get to play Spell Snares and Stern Scoldings. Sloth lets me start working on these Tome Blasts. And I can play Aziza and Sloth to draw 2 and get up to a blocker on the Scrollsmith. Pen's Professor is so good. I will play one more land even though I can pitch it. Tome Blast out. If you'll stop staring right through me. And then they can flash back the Tome Blast here, but they can't do anything else if they do. This is how I have decided to leave these old white sheets from my bed. I love Pursue the Past. It's such a cool Magic card. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I am gonna Brain Freeze. Because, okay, 2 to the X. So if it's 2 to the 1, 2, 3, then I can make them draw 16. Which means Lorecaster into Brain Freeze does kill them. Mountain first. Yes, 2 to the 3rd is 8. Thank you. Oh, I haven't emptied the Warrens 2. Although, it's the same amount of mill if I do it on their turn and I still get to block. And they're less likely to have good spells to flash back. So we'll try and exile this Tome Blast. Makes it hard to kill Aziza. And I'm not going to try and attack them down this game. I'm going to try and mill them out. I'm going to duplicate a Mathematics with Aziza after Brain Freezing them. And that's my win con. People board them. That makes perfect sense, Bergerman. So, Tyrant, Lucas is the person you should, Lucas, you should talk to Tyrant in general. Lucas is the best I know at playing with cards like Force of Will. Like, so that makes Timeless kind of his jam. I'll respond with a Brain Freeze. I don't really want to copy this. I don't need to copy this. Decline. If I copy, I just take damage that I don't want to take. Yeah, not now, because we're going to copy the Mathematics, and that'll kill them instead. It did. But it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna have target player draw 8 cards. Oh wait, no, math is hard. I can only do 2 to 3, right? 2 to 3 is 8. I have 6 mana. It's 2 to 3. Okay. Oh, I must have hit 4. I get the increment first. Target player draws 32. Very effective. So, not technically a storm kill, but it felt like a storm kill. Opponent declined drawing 16 cards. What a loser. solid hand. We'll keep this. Like, this is a hand where we are likely going to just Math Magics ourselves to draw a bunch of cards, and I love it. Oh my god, I opened Twitter for the first time in a year and a half, and it feels weird. Ooh, I'll learn a lot. So, I know a lot more about what my year will look like by the end of this month. It's going to be based on how the Arena Championship goes. It's a big tournament for me. I don't think they're going to daze my Potioner's Trove. And we'll craft with pride here. This is so cool. This is one of my favorite cards in this set. Yes. It doesn't happen very much, but sometimes drawing 8 cards is just what you want to do. You are a problem that I need to solve, Emil. What am I discarding? I think I'm pitching a land, because I want to be able to Lorecaster back Math Magic later in the game. We got a Fire Singer. All right, we're gonna play Glassrite and pass. And we get to try and empty the Warrens next turn. 6 mana, 4, 5, 6. So we need a land. We need a land in order to Fire Singer, Seething Song, Craft with Pride, empty the Warrens for 8. We got a land, so we get to cast Blazing Fire Singer and Seething Song. Craft with Pride. Empty the Warrens, and we even get to keep a treasure. They do have a lot of size for everything they play this game. At 6 mana, we get to draw 4 cards. Goblins! I was trying to explain to my friend Bill, like, look, this card is good because 4 goblins matters. Like, 4 mana for 2 goblins is unplayable, but 4 mana for 4 goblins is very good. And you can make 4 mana for 4 goblins happen because of how often your opponent has to do things on your turn in this format. All right, X equals 1. So 4 mana draw 2 is not the worst. I don't want to discard this Lorecaster. Don't get to attack. So if I swing out, they block, block, block. I break through for 8, puts them to 10. But I do get a Math Magic starting myself for X equals 2. And just hit my land drops. Ooh, there's an Aziza. Yeah, that would have been nice. But like right now our game plan is the Aziza Math Magics game plan. Which is not an amazing game plan, but it's functional. We're gonna be chump blocking. Oh, it has trample from Emil. Oh god, I actually forgot about Emil here. Giving trample. I think Aziza sees the spoils. All their creatures are so big from now on, though. I'm gonna take 7 here. Well, no. So they can deal 7 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if they have a giant growth, I'm just fucked. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I want to keep 1 Glassrite. If I keep 2 Glassrites, 3, 7, then I can block both pests. And they giant growth me, I lose, and that's okay. The Archaic is really good in this format. I actually was not scared at all until I realized that Emil gave trample, because it just doesn't come up as much as you'd think. We're gonna pitch our Strife Scholar, even though it's really pretty good. Actually, we pitched a Sloth. We are very likely to be able to copy the ability with Aziza. Draw 2 cards, make a treasure. Draw 2 cards, make a treasure. I think I run out the Professor, if only because it's something that they're going to want to kill instead of Aziza. If I can get them to have one tapped creature, I get to kill 2 creatures. I'm okay just using Empty the... Ooh. I'm okay using Empty the Warrens as a value spell also. They're drawing cards, that's good news. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can Lorecaster, Strife... I can Strife Scholar, duplicate it. That's pretty good. Oh, they put it into play instead of casting it. That's also good news. We'll take the 6. Land for turn. I play both. If I play this, I've got 4, 5, 6 mana left. I think I do just want to pay the full 5 mana in to take out Emil and the Archaic while they're tapped out. One, two, three. You're being targeted, or alright, yeah, Emil and Archaic. They get to keep it 6/7, but if it doesn't trample, I don't really care. And then Strife Scholar instead of 2 life. No attacks. 4, 7, 8, 9. So I can use the treasure to play and copy both spells. Aziz is so good. It's hard to have enough bodies, but that's not an issue for us right now. They do get both of their spells here. We get to start, if they just swing, we get to start attacking. We hit pretty good. These, yeah. So the problem with Aziza is like it's actually just tough to have enough creatures. Tapping 3 creatures is a real cost. So Empty the Warrens is a pretty good solution. Oh, there's a Brain Freeze. All right, so if I awaken the ages first to make 4 bodies, I kind of want to be able to brain freeze on their turn. So we want to play our land first. I'm not going to worry too much about getting max value out of the Pensive Professor right now. I'll gain 2 life now and pass. They're at 17 cards. So Brain Freeze, I've got a free copy from Aziza, so that's 6. So I only need 4 more spells in a turn. I love this art. I love the Prismari vibe. Yeah, exactly. Like, Hop to It makes it... I will hunt for Hop to It when I see Aziza. I also love... Like, this is one of the most interesting cards in the set to me, because it's not, like, good, but it combos with so much. It turns on so many of the rares. And, like, I love it with Aziza and the loot, right? So good with the loot. Well, hello, Terrafractal. You're tricky. I think I have to Lorecaster back the Ajani's response. Hang on, let me see if we can kill them. 17 cards in library. If I Brain Freeze them here for 9, puts them to 8 cards in library, and I can Lorecaster back the Brain Freeze copied again. Because I get to duplicate it. Alright, Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could get to 11 to Artistic Process them here and swing out. But they are at 8 cards in library. They do have 10 in the air, so if they can... if they've got... It looks like they have a Royal Treatment, which is why I'm not just pinging my removal. Alright, so we're gonna Zealous Lorecaster. Yeah, I love Hop to It. One, two, three, four, 5 mana left. So I could Mathemagics them to make them draw 4. Brain Freeze. Aziza. They just kind of kill me in the air. Alright, we have successfully milled them 18. I gotta gain 2 life. Because there's a chance that they have Runaway. Which lets them tuck their own creature to buy a whole turn. They're deciding what they want to draw. I can't believe I've gotten to play Storm 3 times in a row. I have a level of joy now. I really want to play Resonating Loot, but at turn 2, Aziza is also nothing to sneeze at here. Like, Aziza's going to die, and that's okay. That's kind of her job most of the time. I'm gonna play the second tap land instead of Aziza, because now that I have a Fire Singer, I can turn 3 Strike Scholar, turn 4 Fire Singer. It's so good, Isaiah. Like, this is up there for... This might be my favorite deck of this format. Like, that's a pretty... There's a lot of contention. We got all the raids. We opened a Color Storm Stallion, which is actually pretty weak for us, but every other card has been just passed to us. I am willing to trade here, but they're not, so good news for us. If I want a Potioner's Trove this turn, but if I play the Fire Singer this turn, the next turn I have a chance of being able to Aziza and copy an Ajani's no. Well, I really wanted to play the Fire Singer this turn, but it didn't work out. I had fully intended to play the Fire Singer this turn, but since I misclicked and played a Potioner's Trove, we're going to go ahead and run out the loot instead. And that's also a fun and interesting game plan. And now I'm comfy blocking here. So if I had attacked there, they would have just blocked. They would have blocked and then discarded a card. So we had the exact same result, but I had more control over what was happening. Loot. God, I love Resonating Loot. This design's so good. It's very strong and not very strong for everybody. And that's, I love it. I love that kind of rare. Like, these rares all feel like overperformers, things that you can make carry your game, but you have to make them carry your game. There's so few cards that you play down, and it's like when I play Resonating Loot, the game is now about Resonating Loot, but it's not because it's overpowered, it's just like that. If they grow again, I might respond, but I do want to have a spell backup if I can possibly make it happen. Like, I want to be able to play Aziza. Fire Singer first. So now we are looking for either a creature or a draw spell. I'll be very surprised if Aziza survives this turn. It's a really fun deck by Aziza. Interesting and unexpected. I think I have to response here. If they play a protection spell, I might have to block. No blocks. Beautiful. Well, Aziza's attacking. I'll Mockery here, but I'm willing to take some damage to hold my last removal spell. There's just so many scary creatures that are scarier than a vanilla 2/2. Case in point. I think I want that. No! Auto Tapper, why? I'm gonna affect on my upkeep. No, I can't go down the blocker. I really wanted this 2 life though. Oh, that's different. Red, red. Red, red. Red, red. We're gonna deal 2 to each creature I don't control. And go ahead and do that again. Gain 2 life, pass turn. I appreciate them lending me 2 3/3s because I really did need 2 more bodies to copy my spells. Visionary's Dance is something that this deck is sorely missing. We would have loved a copy of that. Maybe 3 or 3. Well, we want to be able to 1, 2, 3, 4 to surveil and still mock. Attack, attack. This is a 3-turn clock, though. It's nothing to sneeze at. Blip, blip, blop. No blocks. I'm slightly afraid of a traumatic critique here. 4, 8, 9. I would love that, but it doesn't do me much good if I can't discard anything. That does me a lot of good. Might be duplicating Pursue the Pass here to go for a big Empty the Warrens. And then if they counterspell it or kill Aziza in response, get a Mockery. Feels weird, but God, I really want to Storm. Sticks and stones and weed. There are 23 cards, so I've cast 1 spell. And then I can make it 2 spells, 3, 4 spells. Lets me Brain Freeze. I'm okay pitching Brain Freeze here. 3 for Seal the Show. Two for Goblin Glassright. Red, red. Craft with Pride. How am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I empty the Warrens first so I can copy Steal the Show. Ooh, they get a copy and empty the Warrens. Tap 3 tokens, because Storm went on the stack first. Mountain, Steal the Show to deal 6. Could try and trick him. Target a player, target a creature. Aziza, 1, 2, 2, 3. Target a player, target a creature. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that was fun. This is a very neat deck. We storming. Again. We storming. I love Storm. Oh, really quick. Theo, are you around? Theo, you got a minute? I wanted to show you this. So this is a clip from years ago. Someone actually this is from 3 years ago. Somebody just sent me this clip, so you can see me, I'm covering it up. But this is this is the kind of thing that I use to coach board states, because Theo is a very good player. Oh, I stormed out, but I wanted to show you this. So this is a crazy board state. This is from early access for March of the Machines, but somebody just asked if they could use this in a video on coaching people specifically who had issues with complicated board states. So like, here, you can't hear me. One sec. Yeah, I was looking for this earlier. I gotta pause the music so I don't get in trouble. Yeah. the really old one. But this is how, like, just when you do really complex combat math, cancel as much as you can. And the nice thing about this is when you activate Wrath twice, you know all of your creatures are 3/3s, and you know that some number of the creatures will just cancel out. None of those creatures matter. All that matters is the creatures that punch through. So, like, it's just, like, board states are a practicable and addressable skill, was the point I was trying to make. So, like, specifically, when you are doing board states, yeah, this looks really complicated, but it's actually a very simple board state. It's just, you have to work, like, you can practice boiling it down to as few points as possible. And I think that that is a really useful thing in general to practice. So if you wanted coaching, that would be something that we could actively work on. Because, like, frankly, your gameplay is there, and you play around what you're going to draw in the future, and that's way harder to teach. Playing around what's in the deck is way harder to teach than a board state. Ooh, we can keep this just because double Relic Sloth. So if I am hoping that Relic Sloth keeps us alive against an aggressive start, and then they have a kill spell for it, I just die. But the second Sloth helps a lot. Oh, well, there's our combo. Brain Freeze Capstone is how we do our late game spells. So this is how we're planning to win. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull out a counter spell from them. You should just turn it off. Turn off your deck app. I tell this to people all the time. Like, your deck app is the deck app is a very useful tool. Having access to things that, like, keeps track of your cards is good, but it is also really easy to become. Oh no. It is really easy to become overly reliant on it. I really wanted the Unstable Mockery on my upkeep, since they play Tackle Artist specifically. Like, I keep my deck app off most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll turn it off if I need to know what 3 cards are still in my deck. I don't want to do nothing here. I'm gonna do nothing here. They didn't play anything. Oh, no, it's not doing nothing because they're just trying to draw a card. They think they're the control deck. They think they're the control deck because I played a Startled Relic Sloth. The fool. I'll run out another one just because Colorstorm Stallion is worth protecting. If you can copy it once, it's excellent. Yeah, that's why. So I started streaming in the first place because I do have a habit of laughing when I'm having fun, and I'm told it sounds very evil, but I'm just having fun. Leave me alone. Oh, I agree with Theo. No, I agree with you there. I'm just saying, like, loot is just too good here. I think I'm willing to trade with one of these. Yeah, no, I agree that it's important to use the tools you have at your disposal, but, like, they have to be tools. You want to avoid becoming too reliant on something like that. And if you feel like, if you feel like you're too reliant on it, turn it off. Like, you can turn it back on too if you need to check it. Oh, I am planning on reviewing the draft log still. I'm sorry, Reb. I drafted this and I got way too excited. Oh, but I will be doing coaching tomorrow as well. If somebody wants to do coaching tomorrow, I'll be doing it. I'm also going to be doing some coaching for Standard, which I wasn't really expecting, but I don't hate. Yeah, I agreed to be the 8th for a Bloomburrow draft tonight. I could Brain Freeze them for 9 now. That doesn't feel worth it when I can just Capstone this turn. The Stallion's nice, but Capstone is really, really good. I could return the favor on it, but I don't want to. Well, next turn, we're going to try and Brain Freeze them for lethal. Unless I'm doing it now? All right, so Brain Freeze is at 3. I can make it 4, 5. So it's Seething Song here. Give me 5 mana. I can't return the favor on it, though. Seething Song for 5. So Brain Freeze would be 4, and then 5 with Craft with Pride. 6 with Return the Favor. Milled them 21, puts them to 3 cards in library. Yeah, I think it's more important that I take out the flyer or gain life. So we're just gonna steal the show. One, oh wait, I don't have the ability to do that here. Sealing Song for 5 mana. Brain Freeze for 15 mana. We'll go to combat. Exile the Mockery. And get in for 4. If they didn't block here, I would Craft with Pride. I'm taking a lot of damage in the air, and then I'm going to try and kill them, depending on what the capstone hits. Neat. So they are at 20 cards in library. So I only need 7 spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just need to draw 1 spell. We can do that. Take it. Let's storm. I'm very excited. I like storm. First we resolve our capstone. Cast it. Hi, Rebel. You always tell when Rebel comes because... Alright, resolve. 2 spells. Alright, we're gonna cast Pursue the Past. We'll pitch our Color Storm Stallion. Awesome. And then land for turn. Doesn't matter that much which land it is. We need to keep one real mountain up. So 5 red. I probably should have cast Craft with Pride first. Craft with Pride. Okay, 5, 6. I just want to see how much I can storm for right now. 7. Need to make sure I leave 2 mana up, so 2 treasures will do it. Seize the spoils. Steal the show. Alright, target a player. Target a creature. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Johnny's response here. 1, 2, 3 to duplicate it. Thank you. I love Storm. Loot is an enabler alone. Milled in 33. I'm glad the Glass Rights got to show off in a Storm deck. Yes! I really like Storm, okay? I don't get a lot of chances to play, like, drafting Storm is one of the top 10 coolest things you can do in Magic, I think. And we're 5-0 with it. This is close, but we can hit the 3rd land and play a fair game until Empty the Warrens happens. I'm gonna lay out the Strife Scholar. Like, just because curve-wise, they'll kill whatever I play here. And I get to go turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, and then turn 6 have a spell for the Stallion. So I'll pull some removal out of them in all likelihood. Sloth. Sloth's so good. It's a Mathemagics. I don't get to hold up Return the Favor. There's a pretty good chance they have a spell, so I'll attack first. Like, I'm okay playing Empty the Warren for X equals 4 here. But this is a scary enough creature. And if they don't have a spell, I get to run out my Stallion. I'm glad you like it. I don't always do it intentionally. Righty. I can't return the favor here if I attack. I think I just have to pass right now. Because if I draw a land, I get to Goblin Glassright, make a treasure, and empty the Warrens in the same turn. Yeah, Isaiah is one of the people who I watch most often. He streams at good times, and he's got a very chill energy and surprisingly similar playstyle based on the opposite energy. But Isaiah is really good for forcing and especially getting to know your favorite effective archetypes. 6 tokens just kind of gets there here. 6 tokens and a Glassright. I could double block. There's no way they don't have a spell. If I surveil... I guess I'm surveilling. I'll keep that. I can't copy this. I do get to Glassright and get in, even if it means I get a worse Mockery here. I'm taking 8, which is not good, and they're Snarl Songing, which is also not good because they can do 5 now. Red, black, green, red, black, blue, white, green. Just mock the Lorecaster taking 8. Like, it's a style thing. Some people have no trouble being flexible. Some people, like, I'm too flexible. That's one of my bigger problems here. So Theo, I mean, again, we do tend to have pretty similar styles in that regard. They just want to gain 5, make 5 bodies. And then I'm going to make chump blockers and start working on my Warrens. We're going to Awaken the Ages first, because it makes an extra Stallion and it lets me profitably block some of these. And I might just be using Mathemagics to get to 4 Stallions here. But I have to do some blocking this turn anyway. I mean, forcing is a good thing to be able to do, and like, it's a scale. Forcing to flexibility, and you're somewhere on that scale, and I used to force Storm on the cube until I stopped having enough time to win when I did. So I think what I want to do is double block, chump block, take 8 again. So it's dangerous for sure. And if they have a traumatic critique, they do get to kill me here. But if they don't, I'll get them. I'm a sucker. That was a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So X equals 2 on myself. Drawing 4 cards lets me set up a really good Empty the Warrens next turn. They get to activate their Great Hall. I'll have 4 Stallions. 4 Stallions lets me double block, block, take 4. So it'd actually be single block, double block, block. I'm also on +4 cards, which is pretty good. Five, 10. If I swing, they block 5. I get in for 9, 13. I think I do Craft with Pride here, because then I get to use the treasure for a loot. This way I can block with the glass right. I just have to survive this turn. That's the current goal. The horse is good in standard. So I've been running it in Spell Elementals as an alternative finisher, because I was running Bellion, and I think I want to be on a split, but it's really good in Spell Elementals, because it is, and this is true, an elemental. I wonder if there is like... All right, well, we have a tokens war over here. That sucks. It means I have to give up 3 of my horses here. Just because they're all lethal. So I only get to keep 1 horse here. All right, so resonating loot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Land. Do I get more spells without the loot here? So 2 mana. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available. If I play the loot, I go down to 5 mana, but then up again to 10 mana. I think I have to copy my Seething Song here. I can make so many bodies and it just isn't going to be enough, huh? One, 4 for the loot. Then 1, 2, 3 for the Fire Singer. 4 for the Seething Song. Puts me to 5 mana. Seething Song lets me glass right down to 3, so I'm 1 short after all that. One, 2, 3. Seething Song, copy it, go to 10 mana. This is gonna be a tough game. Craft with Pride. Ooh, I could have looted. Oh, I've had 8 mana. Resonating loot. Empty the Warrens. right, 14 tokens. I can get in with my Stallion. It's just worth it trading with 2 of these. It sure is, but I have been double Snarl songs and I'm at 4 life, so it's not in a great spot, Lucas. It's not unwinnable, but it's not looking good. 5 mana, so I also have 8 mana left if I upkeep Surveil. I think that's right. Yeah, my opponent's deck is really good. They had a double Snarl Song and Antiquities on the loose here. They sent me back a lot with my ending, though. 14 goblins lets me block most of these and try and grind it out. I know, it's been a good game. This deck's so cool. I can't beat... Oh, Sweeper. That's right. Surveil here. Nope. Not a spell. Draw. Oh. We need to keep a land, but we also need a lot of mana. If we can find... our goal now is to Lorecaster back the Mathemagics and get them all at once with our loot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 mana. So 20 mana is X equals 9. That's pretty dead. We only really need 10 mana to kill them. I love this card. X equals 5 is 32. So 2 to the 5th is lethal. So 12 mana. I think I take the draw normally this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Lorecaster, and then 3 more. So I can cast everything but Zealous Lorecaster from here. And we're down both Sloths and our Aziza, which is dangerous. I have Steal the Show, so I am going to go ahead and hold on to this land. That's awesome. Lucas, you should talk. Yeah. No, that's a real problem. I'm dead in 4. Ooh, I'll get it posted a little later. And Step Surveil. Nope, wrong one. This one. I'm too used to clicking the rightmost option. This is what we've been waiting for. And we can still Surveil afterwards. Hey, Fiesta! Fiesta, we're on 5-color Storm! Yeah, I guess we just hit the 5/5 now. Lorecaster is our out, so we need to be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Zealous Lorecaster, and then 8 is Mathemagics for for 2 to the 3rd, which is 8. So 10 is 16. So we need to play this land. Okay. I do. See it? I have 14 goblins here. The Arc will kill me very fast. If not this turn, then next. So this Capstone is very good for Storm because it casts 3 spells-ish. Hey, Dip. Oh, thank you. I really like this set. Like, this is... We started out as a reasonable Lorehold deck, and then picked up Resonating Loot, Mathemagics, Empty the Warrens, Brain Freeze. It's beautiful. We got past all the rares except Colorstorm Stallion, too. He's at 15 cards, so X equals 16 is also lethal. I'm going to be chump blocking rather than trying to trade with them, just because I die next turn anyway. Go to 1. I definitely die next turn. But I have a pretty reasonable shot of lethal. Even Brain Freeze can do it. I need to set a stop on my upkeep here. In case, it depends on what my last card is. It might be on my draw step. That's what I need. Cast the Capstone. I actually think I need the land. 4, 5, 6 for the Lorecaster. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is X equals 4 for Math and Magic. So I target player draws 2 to the 4th cards equals 16. All right, decline. So just deal the damage here to, doesn't matter. Great Hall. Decline. I have to use this land. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 mana left. Cool. And then target player draws 2 to the 4th power cards. And so they draw 16. Never didn't have it. Gain 2. Gain 2 was relevant there. God, this deck is good. Wildcard Light. I would like that, Theo. For testing, I might do decks. I think, like, I put you on a very good mid-range player, so I could use that. Yep. Pursue the Past is awesome in this format. Ooh, it's a little bit slow, but we have removal, mid-range, and finisher, so everything we draw fills in the gaps. I've only won 1 game by attacking. Hey, Tortuga, you guys got here just in time for our last good game. So these decks are inherently good matchups for us. Like, they're rough in the sense that we aren't doing anything here, but they're good matchups because our win con punishes people who draw too many cards. It's okay. This one was pretty amazing. We can Relic Sloth. I kind of want to be able to Stallion when I can hold up to return the favor. I can't kill this, though. Just really well, I can. I'm just going to mock it to death now before they untap. The Fractal Tender is not a problem as long as you can kill it right away. Do I want another mountain? 4, 5. I do, actually. Weirdly enough. Because I want to be able to Color Storm Stallion and hold up... Awkward. I want to hold up Return the Favor, but I'm not going to have targets. I'm just going to play out my Relic Sloth. That's fine. Yeah, draw 4 filter is pretty nice. Like, I can Color Storm Stallion and Return the Favor on the removal spell, but it's not going to matter if I don't have any targets. We're afraid of Knockout Maneuver or Burrog's Barrage. No, we're afraid of Knockout Maneuver. Burrog's Barrage is just a kill spell. Kill spell, make a 3/3 is way better than kill spell. If they attack, I block. And they don't, which is fair. Color Storm Stallion, pass. It was probably better to hit the sleight of hand, but only marginally. Yeah, kill spell gets redirected and copied. And then I get to untap and pay the full 5 for Johnny's response to copy my Stallion. The first copy is very hard to beat. I'll take the 3. I want to play the land and pass. I'm going to get in with the sloth, actually. Because I get to redirect any spells, and I'm fine just trading with a Fractal Tender here. And they do get to attack for 10, but only if they can resist casting any good spells here. And it's pretty dangerous, because if I pay the full 5 mana for an Ajani's Response to make a copy, I've got a blocker now, too. The cube! I could have responded with an Ajani's Response. That was a mistake. I do want to pay in all 5, 5, 6, 7. I can pay it on the Fractal Tender. 5, 6, 7. End step, target the Tender. Ooh, Aziz is good here. I just want to kill both flyers right now. Not gonna use it. One, 2, 3. 2 here. Resolve, submit 0. Solve, submit 0. Get in for 4. And still hold up return the favor. Like, this is a rough board right now. Like, this is 12 damage coming in. This targets players. I'm just gonna go ahead and change the target to target spell with a single target. Hey, have you ever gotten to redirect an Ancestor Recall? Nice Ancestral. I'm sorry, ish. Yeah, I don't actually want to copy this one because I'm attacking. Decline. Oh, well, I'm gonna Brain Freeze him now. So first we Glasswrite. Then we Craft with Pride. No. Island. Combat. Maybe I should have pre-combat Brain Freeze just so I could exile anything that's too big of a problem. I can't actually attack with my Relic Sloth, huh? That's fine. 10 damage is a lot. I get a copy of Brain Freeze this way. Just for the... I'm gonna Brain Freeze just for the Opus trigger. It does. But they get a free repair now. Look at all the cards in their graveyard. Oh. Yeah, Color Storm Stallion, Plan A, Plan B, you have 0 cards in library is pretty strong. Hey, that's an 11 game streak! Well, this was easily my favorite deck of the format. It was just Storm with options. Let's see. I only have until 5:30 today. But tomorrow we're doing the playing qualifier and we'll do some testing. And if you want to get some coaching, we can talk about that. But God, that was fun. So like just for the retrospective, it looks like it should trophy just because we have the rares. Like we got past Resonating Loot, Pensive Professor, Empty the Warrens, and Brain Freeze. And I have a rule about Storm. I just go Storm. I did not mean... Oh, I'm on 41 cards, 18 lands. Ignore it, please. I try not to talk about that too much. We didn't really have enough removal, which was an issue a couple times, but we managed to stabilize because just the card quality was so high. And like lower caster is pretty average in this deck. I would have rather had a Divergent or a Flashback, right? But it did the job. The Color Storm Stallion and Pensive Professor both provide so much value they went alone. Strife Scholar, this card's pretty weak, but I love it anytime. It just pairs well with rares. So between Resonating Loot and Aziza, I'm really happy to have a Strife Scholar. Yes, this is up there for best deck I've drafted. So we won a lot with Brain Freeze. We won a lot. We won twice with Goblins, 3 times with Brain Freeze, twice with Mathemagics. Only once did we duplicate the Mathemagics. One time our opponent just drew enough cards that making them draw 16 was lethal. But yeah, Loot, Mathemagics, Aziza. This is when you go Storm. Like I love Storm, so I tend to force it. But if you take Capstone, you can be a Storm deck because that's 3 to 4 spells off this one card. Oh, this happens. I just beat an Emeritus of Ideation with Return the Favor by changing their Ancestral Recall to target me instead. Which is a bucket list item. So this is our win condition. This is our removal, card draw, other. Glassrite and Firesinger are just really good in Storm. This is a very strong deck. All right, I have time for another draft. I'll play as much of it as I can. Let's go. Earlier, Theo said, find a girl who looks at you the way Scuffle looks at Return the Favor. And I have not been able to stop thinking about that. One sec. Let's go again. I like drafting. Yes, today, right now is a really good time, Mega. And tomorrow is a good day. This is, I'm going to be adding, I know I didn't do a good job of coaching today, but generally speaking, I'm going to be adding a coaching day to my weekly stream beginning after the Arena Championship. So just so everybody is aware, next week I go to Ohio for about a week, then for SCG-Con Cincinnati and for my dad's last concert. I did not see it. I've totally missed it. I'm so sorry. I see it now, 6 minutes ago. But if you could... Oh, so what you do is you go to sealeddeck.tech. I'll tell you what, we got to do this draft anyway, Mega, so I'll walk you through it at the end of this draft. It's way easier to show you, but it's pretty easy. So let's do this draft, and then I'll show you with this draft. Ooh, so power-wise, I think it's Berta. Berta's very good, and she stays flexible. Yeah. It's easier to show you. But Berta is just so powerful. I'm kind of just in the mood to do something a little different. So I want to force black-white because I was on Temur Storm, Temur Storm, Temur Storm. Berta's very good. Like, Berta's good because she takes the game over alone and is a win con all on her own. Your opponent will usually kill her, and that's fine. But I first pick the Duelist and fight for black-white. I doubt I wield the Wander off, but I might. And then Berta's just very good. Bird is probably correct. I'm just a little tired. Like I've had Bird in 3 of my last 5 decks. Let's be black white. I haven't done Silver Quill in a while. This format is punished. I love the trio. I know not everybody does. So in terms of power, Fracture doesn't really do a lot. In best of 3, I think Fracture is amazing. In best of 1, it doesn't do a lot for you. It's just too likely to have 0 targets. But I think Elite Interceptor is worth picking. Pick 2. I think Group Project is very good on its own, and Send in the Pest is good in this deck. But we'll take the Interceptor. I'll fight for this card. It's so strong. We have Wander Off, Stone Docent. If we leave the Stone Docent in the pack a little longer, then it puts the person on my left into Lorehold, which feels like something that would contest us, but it really doesn't. The person on my left could be a mid-range Lorehold deck, and without fighting me at all. Everything's a little weird today. I'm pretty sure there was a server-side attack because like Discord went down, and Discord only goes down for large server-side attacks. But I like this format a lot because you can fight for your play style. You can fight to be, you can fight for your mid-range style. Like, it's hard to fight for colors, but you can fight for a play style, and I think that's cool. This makes me very sad. I want to play with Daze. I love Daze. But I think it's just last gasp here. You want to take your removal spells early when you're Silver Quill, because if you can cut black-white out of the pack effectively enough, then the person on your left will start passing you the bad spells, the creatures that have repartee, but not the removal spells. So we're taking last gasp over response, and it's pretty close. Pretty sad to be passing Daze here, especially such a late Daze. Abigail is so good for us. If I can wheel an Inkling Mascot, that would be good. And Cost of Brilliance is so good in this deck, but you want them to wheel. You want them to come back out. Daze is legal in Legacy. I think another Wander Off. Send in the Pest is good. Maelstrom Artisan, like blue-red is very open, but I'm just going to stay committed here. It looks like white is not, which is really too bad. Yeah, Daze is a great card, too. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to really be a black-white deck. Esper's not really a thing either. Divergent Equation is really good in this deck. Pyretic Ritual is not. I think we stay prepared to pivot into red-white or be Mardu, which only works if our lands are good enough, but if it's open enough, that's okay. All right, we'll take a Lorehold Charm here over the page because it preps us to pivot, and the Lorehold page is not something that's likely to make the cut. We already have 3 things for mana. Oh, Mystic Sanctuary is legal in Legacy? I didn't realize that. Speculative pick on the Titan's Grave to move into Sultai and cut white. Glyph Mage is fine, but again, 4 drops. Eternal Student is fine, but again, 4 drops. Although Lorehold Charm, I do really like Eternal Student here. Kind of just want a 3rd Wander Off. Hell yeah, Gunst. This is a social snub deck. There's not a lot of social snub decks. You need just a lot of Elite Interceptors for social snub to be something you want to play. But we'll take a Rehearsed Debater. This card's great with 3 Wander Offs. Take a Tackle Artist over Orisa. That's amazing. That's also, like, really hard. Like, do we bulk up here? I really like Soloist as a splash if we're going to be splashing something. That's awesome, Lucas. Also, doesn't surprise me. Like, the Timeless Challenge is so difficult because you just needed... We could have had double Birda. Could have been a double Birda deck. We're kind of a control deck at this point, so the cantrip creatures are extra strong. I want to Duty Beyond Death, but I think I just take the Honormancer and fight extra hard for black-white from where we are. There's no red cards in this pack that I want. Lewin is excellent, but the Duelist is worth fighting for and very good with an Honormancer. We just need 2 drops at this point. Locust Spray is good here, and so is Send in the Pest. Really like Send in the Pest. But a 2/2 First Strike is excellent, and even better when you have a lot of targeted spells. At this stage, we're not an aggro deck, we're a mid-range deck. And we need to lean in, so we'll take a Necroscribe. We could take a Deathcap Blade and try and splash green, or we could take a Snarl Song, but we don't have the lands. We haven't been taking enough lands for the Snarl Song. So I'll just snap up a Necroscribe here. He will fight for this card. It's good. It's a good card. Lucas, I'd love to know some about what your matchups are. I made a mistake earlier because we didn't wheel an Inkling Mascot that I passed. I just realized that. Fields of Strife lets us splash a Thunderdrum Soloist. I do think the Docent is very good on its own. But we're not gonna lean red-white without land. So like I could move into Lorehold, try and get a late Spirit Mascot. But I think I'm okay just being a mid-range deck with these cheap creatures. Because if I go 2-drop, 3-drop, removal, I'm happy. Harsh Annotation is weak on its own, but we might end up running it. I love Render Speechless. But there's a lot of removal spells in this pack. I gotta get one of these back if I take the Forum. I'm taking the Forum here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not getting one of them back. Means I just kind of want to removal spell more, but I have a Duelist. I'm taking the land here, and I'm sad about it. Like, really sad about it. I think green is so open that I think it's worth speculating on a green-black land just for a big bomb if we can find one. Like, if I had been drafting this without testing out some forcing, oh, there's a red card I want to splash in a mid-range deck. Do I want to splash it more than a Stone Docent? It's close. This card's really good, even though I don't have any of the lands I would need for it yet. I think I gotta take the Docent. I don't have enough 2-drops to be an aggro deck right now, and I would like to have enough 2-drops to be an aggro deck. I take a Glyph Mage normally, but I'm already at 4 4-drops. So I'll take a Masterful Flourish, which is a card I always am pretty happy to put the first copy. I'll take an Outerbound Page. Something's gone wrong if I have to run it. Mardu Energy, Blue-Black Reanimator, 1 Mirror. I'm kind of surprised people are still on Mardu Energy. Like, I get it. I get that it's a good deck. Manowar probably doesn't make the cut. But it's so boring. And it doesn't... The combos are really good. Yeah, so Lucas, I was working on Frog for Timeless. Frog, High Noon, Juggernaut Peddler as a mid-range deck. I like the first copy of this. I don't take it that high because I don't usually want the second copy. And I don't like Rapier Wit if I don't have creatures that generate a whole card's worth on repartee triggers. So this is our chopping block here. Harsh Annotation, Rapier Wit. Things might change. If I get some red lands, Lorehold Charm is the only thing I might splash. I like Shadowed Acolyte in this. I want a few ways to grow it, like Render Speechless. I'm a little worried that Render Speechless didn't wheel there. Wow, I would have had 2 Birdas and an Applied Geometry if I'd run it. This is not a good pack. I do like Rapid Attack in this deck. I can wheel the Rapid Attack. So I'm looking at Adventurous Eater and Terramorphic Expanse. Don't have a lot of repartee. But that should be fine. Normally it would be the Terramorphic, but I'm kind of hurting for bodies right now and want to make sure I have enough at the end of this pack. Black. Pest, Bat, Insect, Snake, Spider. Would I rather try and splash a Relic Sloth or a Black? I think it's going to be the Dig Site Inventory. We're just kind of weak aggro deck right now. This kit is not a card we can beat. But yeah, what a teamer pack. I'll just take Send in the Pest. Pox Plague. I'm not going to play Pox Plague, but I'm going to say Pox Plague. I gotta play as Intuitive Giant. It's really good Intuitive Giant. I bet the mirror felt really good, Lucas. What's my life gain right now? I have a Pest, a Docent, 1/2. Pest, Docent, Acolyte. Adventurous Eater. I only have one lifelinker. I think that means I take Killian's Confidence over the Feaster here, and I'm a little sad about it. Yeah, I can't see you losing the mirror without really bad luck. It's just so skill dependent. I do kind of want this, but Killian's Confidence is just so strong. Are we a Duty Beyond Death deck? We're not. We don't have any additional bodies here. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 non-creatures, a little bit high. I'm not going to play the Titan's Grave. 7 the Pest is pretty weak for us. 23 is a complete deck. We could use another creature or two. It's pretty high on non-creatures. I think we have to be on 17 lands. Oh, you just shared the link. Hey, nice work, Mega. I was prepared to show you, but you figured it out. No problem. This is suddenly a Glyph Mage deck more than an Honor-Bound Page deck. Not suddenly. This has always been a Glyph Mage deck over an Honor-Bound Page deck. I've been really liking Locust Spray. Maybe more than one dig site inventory. Just, this is better than more creatures you have with Repartee, and we really only have the one. The two, I guess. Yeah, we're more of a mid-range deck than an aggro deck. I'm okay with that. We need to make one cut still. I'll post it to the server soon. Green was criminally open, and so one person, there was one other Silverquill player. One person pivoted hard into Silverquill. Just right here. You can post it right here, Mega. But thank you for asking. It's always good to ask in general when sharing a link. I'm only on 13 creatures. It's a little low. Okay, cool. Give me 1 sec, and then we'll go. Let me just make these last cuts. You're welcome. Hey, and good job. Now you know how to do it for the future. For the record, for everybody, I like helping you with your drafts. So it's a redeem. It's pretty cheap. And I like helping you with your drafts. Bring it by. I'm fine on 17 lands despite a high curve. I would go to 16 with a little bit more. Sure thing. Why not? We need to make one more cut, and we can't really make good a creature. Our creatures are a little weak. Our spells are very strong. We have Render Speechless. It's got to be the Locust Spray. I really like it here, but we are just busy. All right. Yeah, like, that's one of the things that I don't always understand. Like, I get that streamers are making their own decks and all, but, like, that's just good content. Like, how do you not want to see people get help and tell people? All right, so we'll go ahead and get a few of these cards out here. It looks like you're solidly blue-red. One of the first things I always like to do is, what's the splash? So, there are decks where I splash this card. It's pretty fun. But it's not going to be this one. Your biggest creature is Lorecaster. Lorecaster and Zombify is a nice little combo. There's lots of little... Oh, thank you. I don't understand being toxic in MTG. Like, it makes 0 sense. You can't... Why would you be toxic in any activity that you cannot do alone?
But Lorecaster is excellent here. With Zombify, like, I love that. There's so many things in this set where it's like, this card is worse than a lot of the recovery. Wisdom of the Ages, Divergent. And Zombify Lorecaster is like such a nice little package. It's really fun. But we don't really have enough things that you're happy to pick up with it. Oh, cool. Let's take a look. I just like talking through it. Ooh, handy. Okay, so before we look at the deck, I want to be able to talk about... We're not going to run all these. I just want to be able to talk about them. Great. We're going to talk about these cards here. Threats and creatures, non-creatures, and Embermare. I think Embermare is worth talking about here. Great. So, solid deck here. Separate non-creatures out. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Very good here. Lots of good rares. Lorehold is solid, but let's talk about what Lorehold is doing for you and in general. Because a 5 mana, 5/5 flying haste, very good body. Miracle, close to useless. Except when you need a miracle, it's nice to be able to hope. So here's another 5-drop as well. Your removal, it looks pretty good. You got Sleight of Hand, but then Violent Outburst, Flow State, Prismari Charm, Scatter, Sculpt, Mockery. I only like Sculpt when I have wizards, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 wizards. Beautiful. Now we should talk about this. We're not cutting it or not, like we might run it or not, but Lorehold as a whole, yeah, I love Isaiah too. So, right. But these planes are huge problems for your deck, right? You got Vibrant Outburst, you got Prismari Charm, you got Mana Sculpt. That's not always the case. For right now, they're big problems for you. We can do a little bit of work to make that easier to roll with. So here's, I say we run Seize the Spoils, cut a planes we'll do your mana correctly shortly. So now the question isn't, do we get to run Lorehold? It's, can we fit in Seize the Spoils? Because if Seize the Spoils comes out, Lorehold comes out too. Overall, your 2-drops, these are good cards. They don't block. So do your 3-drops block? Yes, they do. You have Mascots, you have Jadzi, all your 3s block. It's okay that your 2s don't block so well. I tend to say, so in this set, Prismari is fun because you get to choose a speed. What is your speed? Overall, Landscape Painter and Muse Seeker, very low speed. Colorstorm Stallion looks high speed. It's low speed because you're trying to cast a 5-mana spell. And then the cards that you end up picking early, like Elemental Mascot and Composers, are the ones that are the most flexible. How much do you actually get out of casting a Sleight of Hand? Like, regardless of the replacement effects, what do you gain for casting this? Well, you get some damage here, you get some damage here. It might be worth leaning more aggressive. So your more aggressive build would be playing both Virtuosos because they grow when you cast a spell, and then you are really happy to curve out into Lorehold. Without that, Lorehold's just a card, and that's also okay. Your removal, oh, thanks, frogs. You're a very cute stack of frogs, and I like your trench coat. All right, so Span Sculpt's pretty good. Flow State is another card. I'm sorry, this is just a very interesting draft, so there's a lot of cool things to talk about here. This Flow State often just replaces itself. And that's great. Like, that's why this card is good, because you have a flow state that replaces itself, and that's your fail case. And then you really want to be able to turn it on a reasonable amount of time. This is the best deck for that. Instant, 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 instant. But we're down to just 3 sorceries. Plus... Nope, this is an instant. So you have enough instants for this to reliably draw you 2 cards. You don't have enough sorceries. Which means that this is usually going to be a sorcery speed Anticipate. That's a problem in a deck that doesn't actually gain damage from casting Flow State and wants to hold up 2 mana a reasonable amount of the time, or 3 mana, or 2 mana. So this is on the chopping block. Flow State's on the chopping block. Muse and Encouragement is also on the chopping block because you don't get a lot out of holding up 5-man. It's still a good card, but like you're going to be tapping out for Lorehold or Jadzi or to trigger your Color Storm Stallion. However, if we cut the Muse and Encouragement, suddenly it's hard to actually get full Opus out of your cards. So let's see what other 5s we can run. You were right to cut the Diary of Dreams. Like, I love this card, and it's good in this style of deck, generally speaking, but you'd rather be paying 5 mana to draw 2 cards than 3 mana to draw 1 card or 0 mana. And I know that seems weird, but you're going for the kill fairly often. That we have to figure out how many ways you can get things off the board. Prismari Charm, Heated Argument, for 5 good removal spells. All right, so I know that was a lot of information all at once. Maybe it would have been better to do it one at a time. But the cantrips are way better when you have a bomb that wins the game. That would be Traumatic Critique, or the O2 that mills them cards, or the Mathemagics, or you care a lot about the Opus triggers, and you just don't care a lot about the Opus triggers. So we're going to go ahead and cut Sleight of Hand and Flow State. For removal that deals some damage. A second Heated Argument is excellent here. I know it feels like a lot of 5s, but bear with me. We are going to cut the Muse's Encouragement because that's another 5. And then we have a much more interactive set of cards in total. Now, do we want to change out any of your threats? Virtuoso does hit pretty hard. I love Procrastinate because Procrastinate lets you be... It's a 5-mana spell that doesn't get stuck in your hand so often. So we are looking for our last card here. I think these 3 are all worth considering. I think Spell Pierce and Deduce are worth considering. Deduce is excellent in a scatter deck. So like if you're going to be holding up mana for Essence Scatter, it's great to be able to Deduce or Crack a Clue. Because Deduce is holding up 2 mana for Essence Scatter twice. Yeah. Just be like the Horsey once... So... If we look at your bombs, Horse wants Spell Pierce. Muse Seeker, which is kind of a bomb, and your mascots for card advantage want Landscape Painter. Essence Scatter wants Deduce, and Procrastinate is the most generally flexible. So I'm looking at Spell Pierce because this isn't really a 3-drop. I mean, it is when you're attacking hard and when you're aggressive and you don't care so much when your opponent spends their Unsubtle Mockery to kill it. But being able to Stallion and Pierce is just excellent on turn 4. But if we bring in the Pierce, we kind of want the Deduce as well. So we'll take out both of these and the Procrastinate. And now we're looking at Spell Pierce, Deduce. We could come down a land for a Sleight of Hand. Generally speaking, you can run fewer lands if you have enough cantrips, but that's only if you are actively casting your cantrips. I like 1 Painter. You could get away with 16 lands. It's just slightly dangerous. And like it makes this Jadzi a little worse. I want to be on 17 lands when we're looting so much too. So we are on a solid 13 creatures, which is fine as long as we're drawing enough cards. And like you have a few cards that are flexibly creatures. So this last cut is all we really need. And it's tough. I don't know the last cut. Might be the Tidal Mage. It should be a spell. It's going to be the Spell Pierce. And you're going to have to accept that they'll kill your Color Storm Stallion a reasonable amount of the time. This is how I'd run Omega. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, and I don't always say this. I want to know your results, even if it's bad, when you do a deck tech, because it's worth talking about. It's worth talking about again later. Even if you go 0-3, especially if you go 0-3, we should talk about it. All right, I have time for exactly 1 game, and it's going to be a bit rushed, and then we got to call it a day. But if you would like coaching, you're welcome. If you would like draft coaching, we are going to be... So I am... It doesn't come up that much. I used to charge people $20, but I miss just doing it on stream. If you have 3 drafts, whether they went great or went poorly, I can help you. I can tell you what you're doing wrong and how to improve, even if you're very, very good. So if you have, go to 17lands.com, go ahead and install their tracker. I know, trackers. But go ahead and get me 3 logs. I'd really appreciate it. And sign up for coaching tomorrow. I will be doing it. So tomorrow at, shoot. All right, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be doing the qualifier. You're welcome. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be doing the qualifier play-in. And then straight from the play-in, we will be doing a... I'll be helping people with draft and coaching. And just DM me if you on Discord if you want to play. Wait, did I say start? I didn't say start. All right, we have time for one game. We will finish this tomorrow between rounds, and I need to grab a thing really quick. And I don't know, whenever people are like, hey, thank you, you have good energy, that's cool. Have fun. I'm pretty happy. But my game is fire, so I have to go. Sorry. But this is my last game, Linda. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, a little slow on the draw. But Duelist is just very good. All right, we're hoping for a 2-drop. Our deck has a little bit of trouble without a 2-drop, but it's really all we need from here. Whatever I play here dies. So we're gonna run Debater out, even though I won Abigail and play more. It's just, you don't do Diary of Dreams if you're not about to counter a spell or kill a thing. That's actually scarier. That means they're looking for a sweeper or a bigger play. I think it's just Duelist down. I don't think they have another Wilt in the Heat, and they might just kill it, but that's okay, because we're playing the long game. We're going to try and get this Necroscribe online. Oh, I was very sure they were going to kill this. Could blink. I don't really want to, though. I want to be able to render speechless, but I'm so scared they're about to make me discard my hand. And I go to a 6/5 to blink here. Yeah, fine. I just gotta stop a sweeper right now. Blink. So the link above me that I just clicked. Oh, well, Skywell's not a real problem for a while. Prismari's good. Scrollsmith hits. I think it's just a Scrollsmith. I'd rather deal with any of the card draw. And if they hit a land and embrace the paradox, we're in pretty good shape. Neat, that we're in pretty good shape. All I need is a targeted spell or a cheap creature. So they get to Prismari next turn, which means I don't really want to tap out right now. I don't have any creatures in the graveyard where I would. Maybe the line is just attack and then Necroscribe. But putting them to 7 here is pretty good. I'm gonna send in the pests. And Abigail. And pass. There's a good chance that what they do is tap out for Prismari. Nice. That's pretty cool. Well, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exile blink. Put some to 4 life. Wander off here, blink again. Kill them? I don't know who to raid. Yeah, so Mega, I clicked publish, so you can see the list that I finished in the link right above your comment. We had a nice 8-game streak today, or a 12-game streak today, huh? It's always nice when that happens. So Exile, Blink, hope they don't have +1/+1 and Hexproof. Good game. Oh, Sandy's doing peaks training, and I kind of just like the idea of that. So I'll go see Sandy today. She's pretty great. She's got a really high energy. Oh, yeah, you have to build it manually. Sorry. Also, make sure the islands and mountains are right. I am not 100% on the islands and mountains. I just realized that I forgot to revisit them. I said we'll fix the mana later. But it should be pretty close in counts. Hang on. Real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right. Like 8/8 might be okay just because you've got Seize the Spoils and Goblin Glass, right? But you'll be using treasures a lot of the time. And what you need to do, Mega, really quick, Mega, make sure that you have to mulligan with this deck. You need... It doesn't have to be, you won't have to do it too often, but you don't get to keep a hand if you have no blockers. Because if your hand is Glassrite, well, that's not true. If your hand is Landscape Painter, Muse Seeker, and you have no other early plays, you have to throw it back, even if it's got a good distribution. But your deck is great at holding the line. So Elemental, Smascot, and Jadzi, like, that's good enough. If that's your first play of the game, those blockers are great. But like, I see it all the time. I actually did it on my first, in early access. I had a deck with 4 Muse Seekers, which felt awesome, but my 2-drops never blocked. Like, you are a mid-range deck. So like, if your opponent is 5-color control, then you have to win quickly. And if your opponent is black-white aggro, you have to win slowly. And you can do both things, but that flexibility is your value. All right, let me know how it goes. I'll see everybody later. I'm going to go draft Bloomburrow, which I wasn't expecting to get to do tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. And I don't know what I'm doing on Sunday yet, but we might just continue coaching. Good night, all. Be awesome to Sandy and give her a follow. She's going for partner, and she's the opposite of me. She's very entertaining and very community-oriented. So have a good one, everybody.